All right. So anyway, let me hold on a minute. I gotta get some of my lube. No, I don't want to use my lube for this. Let's use let's just use a little soap for now. Yeah, that'll work. Let me show you what we've been doing here. The wife and I got it done today, somewhat. So let's take a walk across the yard. It's finally starting to turn green. However, I still have to move this pile of stuff, and still have to clean up over here a little bit because there's some rocks. Like right here, this is not level, so this has to be cleaned up a little bit, and a little bit over there. But meanwhile, let's go back over here. This is where we're at. We got the pole up for now. It's connected to power. It's just not hooked up, in the house or in the shop. And or do I have it supported? The bottom one is supported, but the top one, as you can tell, I just threw a couple twigs in there just to kind of hold it until I can get it supported properly. So that's kind of what I want to not do now, but I want to get the twigs out of there and at least put a couple shims that I cut. And then during the week I'll get out here and I'll do some nut and bolts and so on and so forth. So that's kind of where I'm at. So, and that should give us some nice light, 360 all the way around, and then we'll take it from there. And then I got to check the lights up there on that light post, just behind the tower. I think you can probably see it. There's a light post up there, and there's 4 floods up there, and I'm not positive, but I got to check the power and make sure everything's all set with that. And then there's a couple over there that you may or may not see. 2 sets of 2 over there, and there's another set behind the shop. So we should be pretty well set. So I'm going to get these shims in place for now, get those twigs out of there, and then we're done with this for today. I could take this one down because this one here, I was starting to have problems with it anyway. This one also had a plug on it, which is shot. As you can see, I have it all open over here. This is disconnected, so I don't have to worry about it. But I started having a lot of problems with this one, so I said, you know what? It's time just to get rid of it. I may leave the pole here for now. Oh, there goes the train, guys. Goes to Rhode Island, and then Boston. I may leave this pole here. We'll see. It all depends on the wiring. If I remember right, the wiring coming out here was shot. And if that's the case, I'll just take the pole out and screw it. Because it'll be a lot easier to cut the lawn if I don't have to drive around the damn pole. So, and then gotta go up to the club on Friday and do some work up there for them. I think you guys seen these. I use these for stabilizers. So now I can just crank it down, and if I'm not going to use it, I can just pull the pin and lift it up so it's out of the way. Yeah, I put one on each side. This way when you go to take the tractor down or in and out, you're not popping the wheelie on the front of the axle here, or the truck, the tongue. Alright, so anyway, so much for that. So we're gradually getting it done. It's starting. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. The weather's breaking, so we can get out here in the yard. I'm kind of glad that everything happened when it did, only because I hate to have had it happen when we have good weather and I'm trying to get things done, and I can't, that type of thing. So now at least I know the weather's changing and I can get out there and do some stuff. Okay, I gotta take this down. This has gotta go in the bathroom. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can get this off. I'll just do it this way and take it with me. So basically that's about it, guys. I have to finish watching a video that I was doing over here. Let me do this. Let me take the screw out of here. Done. And well, actually, I'm gonna leave that on there. And put this the other way. Put that there. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, catching up. A few things I gotta do, but we're getting there. I ordered another radio. Yeah, you're right, Big G. Can never have enough radios. Well, you know, it is like anything else. You know, the companies keep making newer and better and changing, and you know, in order for you to keep up with it, you know, you're forced into buying new radios, and that's kind of how it works, unfortunately. Kind of sucks, but you know, we got to deal with it. One of those things. Other than that, you know, one thing at a time. Hold on a minute here. I'm going to put a little glue in that hole and let that settle in, because I did have a little hole there. I want to make sure that we have no chance of moisture getting in there. I mean, it's always going to get in, but let's try to slow it down as much as possible. I'm going to make another cup of coffee. But I ordered the Alinco mobile handheld. As I was saying earlier, they were talking. Let me get my coffee cup. Hold on. The Coast Guard, with their networking system, are talking. Sorry, guys. Are talking about going to DMR. Now, in a roundabout way, that's the best thing going, because right now, anyway, it seems like it. Because for very little power, you can talk just about anywhere in the world. So, I mean, it's pretty good. They're going to have to figure out, you know, are they going to keep the same frequencies that they're on, which I think they probably will. I mean, there isn't much room for other frequencies unless you start taking some away from other people. So, at that point, coffee heat up. They'll probably use the same frequencies, but meanwhile, as I was saying, the Alinco DMR, it's a dual bander. The TYT that I have over there, the one in the middle, that's a DMR radio, but it's a UHF only. So the dual banders are UHF, VHF. And so naturally they give you a little bit more to deal with. You know, if you need it, it's there for you. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Under antennas, let's go to HRO. And let's see, let's go Alinco. I'm typing over the unit here. Alinco, where are you? There it is. I mean, if you guys are interested in it, it's the Alinco DJ-MD5TGP. And it's what they call a dual band, meaning UHF and VHF DMR radio. And it's also Part 90, which is nice. So, so anyway, that's what I ordered. Somewhere along the line here, we should have a link to the actual, here's this programming software link below, so I can go there and get the software. But I'll probably just order the software from RT Systems, because I find that there are software really seems to do the job. And they're good to work with. It doesn't give you a very big blow up on it, but basically that's it. And it has GPS in it and a lot of other kind of crap, so it'll give you, you know, everything you need to know and where to be and so on and so forth. So, and this is the one that I have now that I just ordered. So that's here. And did I feel stupid on that one? I mean, here I am trying to figure out where the hell the conversion is on it when it's a part 90 and it's already open. So it's considered a business band radio, so it has all the openings done to it. And what the hell is this? Oh, Paul's got a parade. Okay. So anyway, oh, that's right, there's a parade tomorrow in Brantford. So I ordered that one, and when I ordered that, why did I order that one? There was something else that I ordered as well. I ordered something along with that. Now I can't remember what the hell it was. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it now, because now it's... Oh, I ordered an antenna. That's what it was. Hold on, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was an antenna. I needed an antenna. That's what happened. I was looking for an antenna. Let me see if they have the receipt here someplace. It should be under my Kilo Bravo. Kilo Bravo! I should have you in here. Huh? I don't? Come on. Oh, there you are. Okay. No, it's not there. Anyway, I was looking for an antenna. I'll talk about that once it comes in. But at that point, while I was there, I said, well, let me look at that Alinco they're talking about. Because it could be used for both, you know, hobby. A little hotter. And commercial. You know, so I can use it as a hobby, seeing that I'm paying for it. And I can also use it on the Coast Guard net, which is nice. If, in fact, they go with the DMR. If they don't go with DMR, I still use it as a hobby. And can I use it? Yeah, because I do have the, like I said earlier, I've got the 440 DMR radio, but I don't have a 140 VHF. I got a UHF. I don't have a VHF. So I might as well grab it now because there's a strong possibility I'll be needing it later. And that's basically what I was talking about. Anyway, 10 minutes here. Bear. We got a problem with Bear. I don't want to jump conclusions, so I'm not going to, but either way, here's the story. He's 10 and a half years old. All our boys, we got them all at 13 weeks old, and they were about 13 and 14 weeks apart. So they're all seniors at the same time. They grew up together as pups, and that's the way it is. So, meanwhile, Bear, a couple months back, well, actually 6 to 8 months back, started sneezing and wheezing a little bit through his nose, and it's got to be allergies. Which, you know, yeah, I would think that too, possibly. You know, this is the vet saying it, so they put him on an allergy medication, and it really wasn't doing anything. I'm going to put you down here for, where can I put you? I know you get tired of looking at that speaker, don't you? So meanwhile, yeah, look at that. Sorry guys, I had to clear the sinuses. So anyway, he also had a little bit of like a sty, or not a sty, but like a mole growing on his eyelid, right on the edge, so it wasn't really going in, but it was growing up a little bit, and they were going to actually do some surgery and take that off. We just wanted to make sure that, because he was having a low liver counts or something, we wanted to make sure it was just normal from age and not a problem. So before they did anything, they wanted to make sure, and I can understand that. Well, when he went in to be checked for his blood work, they noticed that the eye has a little bit of a bulge around it, like it was swollen. And I said, well, Jesus, he didn't get hit in the head or anything, so can this be related to the nose somehow? What is it, a sinus buildup? What is it, And it's starting to affect the eye. He still has vision, but you can see that the eye is starting to swell and go a little crooked, I'm sure it's bothering him, but he doesn't seem to be in pain, let's put it that way. He seems to be okay. So she's seen that. She said, that doesn't look right. So we had to take him for the CT scan. So we took him for the CT scan, and we're still waiting to hear. And they also took a biopsy of the bump. And the CT scan came back with, it's a growth, and it's attached itself to the nose bone, not so much to the airway or anything. So it's not affecting his breathing, but it's attached itself to the bone. And it's growing, around the back of the eye socket and up over his eyebrow or forehead a little bit. And, at this point, if that's the only thing that's wrong, they can do it with radiation. Well, okay, here's the problem with radiation. Our vet, because this is all done through a specialized clinic, and our vet keeps in touch. So our vet, I was talking with her, and she said if she had a dog and it needed radiation, she doesn't know if she'd do it or not, because it causes a lot of trauma on the animal. First, you get skin burn from it because you're doing radiation to shrink the growth, so you got that. It makes them sick, and all kinds of other things. And she said if it was her, she would probably not do the radiation if it was her dog, because of what she sees as far as treating them later and during. Now that, to me, says, okay, well, that's not a good thing. So what other options do we have for this growth? Can we just cut out some of it, and it's going to continue to grow, but we can control it under minor surgery occasionally or something? I don't know. But we're still waiting for the biopsy to come back, and that won't be back until midweek. Probably later part of the week, because it's a holiday. So that's also going to be a determination. So either way, we've got decisions to make and some type of a problem here. So we don't know exactly what we're going to do. If the vet is telling us it's not comfortable for the dog, to do the radiation, and they end up with skin burns and all this, and it's well, it may not be worth it. But what's the other alternative? See, that's what we need to know, because he just can't keep going with this growth growing behind his eye, So, would it mean do surgery and lose the eye? Well, that would be better than putting him through weeks of radiation. So which way do you go here? It's really going to be a discussion on this one. So we don't know what's going on with Bear, but Bear is the alpha, and Bear is actually the only one that I can go out with without a leash, and him just stay with me, and he listens, and the other ones, they go out and they're ready to roam and run and do what they got to do. Bear is the alpha, and he's also the most Well, if I had a what do you call it? A special, all right. You know, he would be my dog. You know, he would be the one. He's the spoiled one. Let's put it that way. I mean, you know, I mean, we love them all, but you know, he's always been the one that's there for you if you need something, and he always took care of the other boys. So that's where we're at with Bear. So we're just waiting to hear, and then we're gonna have to sit down and have a powwow, you know, as to how we're going to take care of the issue, you know, which is going to be best for him. You know, and the euthanization here is not going to be part of that discussion, because he's healthy at this point and he's not in pain at this point. We just have to decide what we're going to do with the growth. So that's where we're at with Bear. So we'll see what happens more towards the end of the week. All right. So 18 minutes of time. I'm sorry. And I'm going to have my coffee and I will be back.